Hi everybody, this is Darrell Lonnie with head women's basketball coach Greg Bruce. We wrap up and recap season today and talk about coaches' seniors that'll be leaving, look ahead to next year, etc. Let's start with the season. Your thoughts dating back to you got an early start down in California, played a lot of games, etc. Take us through and give us your thoughts on what happened this year, Coach.
Well, it has been a long season. You know, we did start our first games at the end of October, 1st of November. And looking back on it, if you try to encapsulate it and everything and put it in a Reader's Digest version, I think it's been a pretty good year. Some of the games we lost early, I think we could have won had we been a little bit more experienced at the guard position. We had a lot of young kids playing there, as you know. But the GNAC season, you know, we're going to end up finishing 5th, regardless of what happens on Saturday, which is the highest finish the Western Oregon women's team has had for many, many years. We've left a couple victories out there that I think we could have gotten, and we're disappointed this week that we didn't beat Montana State Billings away. We still have St. Martin's play at home. But overall, the wins that we've had, the games we played close, you know, with Cal Poly Pomona and Southern Indiana, all that down the road. Darrell, we've played undoubtedly the strongest schedule of any team in the West region, any team. And if you look, we have 14 of our Division II games against teams that are ranked right now regionally in various regions. Plus we had Portland State and Weber State Division II teams. And George Fox, who's ranked 5th in Division III and just killed their league, is going to go back to the national championship.
Right, yeah.
So our schedule was very difficult, probably too so looking back on it with the young kids that we had. They're going to have to play guard. But, you know, I'm happy with the progress. I think we've got the point where the program's about to go over the hump, and we can come out next year with some tradition, have established some, and thanks to the seniors that are leaving and Sarah Zoller and players like that that have really, you know, contributed this year, I think we're in good shape for the future.
Now let me do a follow-up on that real quick, and then I'll ask you about your seniors, obviously. You brought in a lot of freshmen, and you played a lot of freshmen in key roles. We talked a lot about Lori Clifford throughout the year. She becomes your point guard. The others also played big minutes for you. Do you like the progress they made from the time they hit your program till the time they're ending the first year?
Oh yeah, I really do. Now they had their, you know, there were some waves and there were some ups and downs. You're going to get that with young kids, but I like the progress they made. I feel really good about where they can take the program in the future. You know, obviously we need some help inside, which you'll talk about in a minute, but no, I like everything about them. I like their attitude, their effort, their coachability, the kind of people that they are. Those are all really pluses for us, and it's only going to help us as we move forward.
Let's talk about your seniors. A.J. Hawk, more of a contributor the year before, really, I guess, than this year, caused by injury.
Yeah, unfortunately, she went down in Fairbanks, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks ago with a season-ending broken bone injuries. However, she may be able to play against St. Martin's. That's a possibility yet. A.J. is one of those kids that doesn't put a lot of great stats on the board in terms of numbers, but she's kind of a glue kid, and we really missed her because she's a big body. She leads our team in charges taken. She does everything you ask her, whatever it is, whatever you want her to do, she will try to do it for you. If she was an NBA professional player, you would say she is a consummate professional because she does it the right way, she works hard, she's a great kid, and she's extremely coachable. We missed her a lot, and unfortunately, you know, she could have helped us down the stretch without question.
Shayla Corder.
Shayla Corder from Roseburg, all-time leading scorer in high school down there. You know, she's kind of has a curse on her in the fact that she is a player that can play any position and has in her career here. But that's kind of hurt her because we haven't been able to maybe lock her into one position in terms of a wing. She's had to play point guard for us. She's had to play post for us. A really good person, again, one of our captains this year, a hard worker, has put some numbers up for us here and there. Has played probably her best basketball this year down the stretch, which we've really needed, and we're going to miss her well because she's a really good kid and kind of the mother of the team that kids go to when they have concerns or problems. She's there for them.
Finally, your record holder. She's in all kinds of different record lists at Western Oregon, and a person that's going to obviously be extremely difficult to replace, Katie Torland.
You got that right. Now, Katie had a really good career here, a great year, a good career. You know, we've kind of, my son Kyle has kind of separated the Division II stats from the overall stats here at Western, and she's kind of dominated Division II stats. She's going to leave here with the all-time best average of a Division II player with at least 2 years of playing time. I mean, most free throws made, highest free throw percentage. You can go on and on and on,
Right,
but
yeah.
over 1,200 points, over 500 rebounds, over 120 assists and steals. She does everything in every category. Plus, she's our hardest worker. Plus, she's been our captain the last 2 years. And I'm not so sure she's not our best defender when you look at, you know, take it all and break it down. But the best thing about Katie is she's just a great person. And yes, we're going to miss her tremendously. We're hoping somehow we can keep her on the staff next year because
Right.
she has a year to finish up her degree. So we're hoping to keep her involved in the program. But she's going to be hard to replace because she's definitely a cornerstone, no question.
Such a great leader, as you alluded to, that you want her, you want her around. Excuse me, you want her around your young people, don't you?
Most definitely, because she knows the right way to do it and how to do it, and her work ethic is unmatched. So we would really need that.
Now you have to replace her. Let's talk recruiting. Yeah, that's one of your needs, obviously. You need to get somebody up front. You've got a lot of perimeter players that look like they're going to be very good for you, but you need help up front, huh?
No question. With AJ and Katie both playing the post, and Shayla even once in a while sliding into the 4, we'll definitely have to bring in 2 post players without question. And we need a scorer. You know, we need somebody who can put some points on the board.
Yeah, yeah.
And that may have to be a junior college kid. And I haven't recruited a bunch of those in my lifetime, but there are a couple out there that we've been in contact with that may fill that need because we need to put the ball in the basket because we are going to miss Katie's 16 or 17 points a game right away.
What number are we talking about in terms of a number of players that you're looking at bringing in? Do you
Probably
think, Coach?
lose 3 or probably bring 3 in.
Okay.
Maybe 4, but for sure 3.
Let's talk about the league a little bit, and we'll wind up with that. How impressive your league was again this year. You warned me way back when that this league is dynamite, and it certainly is. So let's 2 teams, Seattle Pacific and Western Washington, into the playoffs. Talk briefly about them, their chances ahead.
And don't forget Alaska Anchorage.
And Anchorage also could be in there.
Because if Anchorage beats Seattle
That's right.
and Northwest Nazarene at home this weekend, there'll be a 3-way tie
That's right.
atop the GNAC. But those teams, Seattle Pacific, very well coached, and they do it the right way, Darryl. They've got good kids. They play hard. They don't cheat. They don't, you know, they just play the game the way it's supposed to be played. I have a lot of respect for them because I thought they were going to be down a little bit. I thought they would still be good, but not quite to where they have been. But the coach has done a good job this year putting that crew together. They have trouble scoring at times too, but they can score just enough with their good defense to cause problems. And if they beat Anchorage up there, they're going to win the GNAC for the 3rd time in a year or 3rd time in a row. So I think their chances are good in the West region. I don't know about after that because I don't know if their scoring can keep up with them. I like Western Washington the best in terms of potential both ways because they've got 3 impact players that can hurt you in a lot of different ways in a hurry with Summers, Dunbar, and Willow Cave.
Right.
I think they have the best talent, but I'm not sure. You know, they've kind of stumbled a little bit down the stretch here, and I don't know team chemistry and all that. I have no idea knowing the insides and outs, but talent-wise, they're the best team. Seattle Pacific, from a gut check standpoint and from a heart, they're the best team. But Anchorage is the kind of the X factor because they can kind of do a little bit of everything. And it's always tough to play up there, which is where Seattle and Northwest Nazarene have to go. So they can be in the mix, and they've been to the Final Four 2 years in a row. So you can't count them out as well.
3 very, very good teams, and obviously we're going to root for all of them once we get to the playoffs. All right, that'll do it. Thank you, Coach. Coach Greg Bruce, women's basketball coach here at Western Oregon, and this is Darryl.